everybody. This is something completely different than you've ever seen before. This is still the same living room, as you can tell by the picture. Still the same as last time, but anywho, this is so me coded. I look like all put together on the top, and then BAM! Sweatpants and Nike dry fit on the bottom. I think this might be kind of a longish video, so I'm just gonna jump right in. I decided, because there's literally zero context other than what you can visually see with the footage that I took for this vlog. So I thought I would just sit down and be a little narrator. Let's just say I got up to some tomfoolery a couple weeks ago. Me and, see, I don't know if you guys have ever met her yet, but me and my friend over here in Albuquerque, Veronica, decided to take a very extremely spontaneous trip to Arizona with nothing planned to do. We were just like feeling like some silly girls. We were like, let's just drive 7 hours and see what we can get up to out in Arizona. I don't know, dude. I really don't. But sometimes spontaneity is the best way to have some of the best times and make the best memories. So why not try it? This was a couple weeks ago. This isn't going up for, oh, actually this is going up next week, I think. I don't know when this video is going up, but from when I'm filming this, it was 2 weeks ago. So you guys know how this goes. I usually refer to things on my laptop when I'm telling stories or when I'm, here we go. So this all started on Sunday, January 28th. I'm quite literally just going to be explaining what you're going to be seeing and then telling like side stories if I need to. So the girls take AZ. That was the trunk of all of our little luggages. Shoes off and snacks on. Obviously stopped at a gas station to fill up our gas before we went, and then also in that process got lots of snacks because road trip calories don't count, and who doesn't love getting constipated from just sitting for hours and eating junk? Because that's exactly what happens with road trips. Okay, and then there's just a bunch of footage of the beautiful mountains and the road and loveliness. So I'll just play a little compilation with some music over it now. So this clip was us officially leaving Albuquerque. The mountain in the background is, I believe, Sandia Mountain, which is like the main mountain in Albuquerque. So I was like showing it in the rearview mirror, being like, peace out, kind of thing. I have another story about this next clip, but I just want you guys to hear it. The way I can barely talk about it without crying laughing. It's funnier later, like when I tell what went down later watching this clip. But in this clip, we're passing the state border line, and it's showing the like sign for Arizona. You hear Veronica say like, "Oh, yep, there it is," or me or somebody, and then there's like a dead pot. There's a dead pause of nothing. we start screaming. Oh, let's just roll the clip. Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know what's so funny about that. I think, okay, in case I forget to tell the story later, we watched that when we got to our Airbnb after driving for 7 hours. Exhausted, very delirious, just needed sleep, but wasn't sleeping. And I played that clip, and we both started just crying, like, couldn't breathe. I was like almost about to throw up because of how hard I was laughing. Because of the pause. I don't understand what. I mean, I think we were both waiting to actually get to the sign or past the sign before we got excited. But it's just so funny that we both, at the same time, we're like, oh, yep, there it is. Little selfie that I took. I'm assuming Lupton is the first like city or town into Arizona from New Mexico. So this was right after we stopped for gas again. We didn't necessarily need gas. We could have made it on a full tank all the way to Arizona, but we just thought better safe than sorry. Travel with extra fuel, what have you. And also we needed a bathroom break and more snacks, of course. But this was right after that stop.
You're kidding. Nah, because you're kidding. Oh my god. I'm gonna trees. Yeah. It looks like fucking like Africa.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean though? Like
Yeah.
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 That's what it's giving. It's giving Simba.
No, because honestly, Albuquerque has beautiful sunsets. But honestly, there's something about Arizona sunsets that is different for me personally. I think Veronica would say that New Mexico sunsets are better still, but I felt something different there. I don't know. And then this was us approaching Phoenix. You can see all the lights. That's either Phoenix or Scottsdale or something. I don't know. One of them. Actually, let me look at where we drove in from. Actually, I think it would be Scottsdale. Because the whole Phoenix area is kind of interesting. It's like Phoenix is like the main center city. And then there's a bunch of like surrounding cities like Scottsdale, Mesa, Chandler, Glendale, Surprise, Goodyear. Oh, so yeah, we were driving in through like Scottsdale and Mesa, right in between the two, I'm pretty sure. So honestly, it was probably Scottsdale, those lights that we were seeing. Then we made it to our Airbnb, and I said this.
Shut the fuck. Oh, I found my home. That's it. Wow. Oh, I really found my home, didn't I?
You haven't even seen.
No, this is it. I'm moving here. I'm putting it out there right now. Oh my god. My dad literally said, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. I'm manifesting right now.
Cat's out of the bag. That is literally being in Arizona for under an hour. I was already saying, oh, so this is where I belong. Got it? And the thing about my dad was anytime that I'd go on like a trip with him and there were palm trees, he would every single time tell me, if you're somewhere where there's palm trees, you know that you're in the right place. And with him being gone and the overwhelming feeling of like home that I got when we were driving into Arizona, I was like, oh, I feel like this is what he meant. So now, I don't know what the future holds for me, but maybe it's Arizona. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. If that ends up happening in the future, I will come back to this clip, and that would be so full circle and just so cute and wholesome. But yeah, it made me a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, hold on, why do I feel feelings right now? Oh, and then going back to the clip of us crossing the Arizona state border and us like pausing and screaming. When we got to the Airbnb, this is when this happened. We were like, I don't have a clip of it. I kind of wish I did, but we were too busy replaying the video over and over again to do that. I started watching it first, and I like couldn't even tell Veronica why I was like crying laughing. And she was so tired and so hungry that she was just like waiting for our DoorDash food to come, and she was like, I'm confused, dude. Why are you like laughing so hard? What's going on? And I was like, just give me a second. I literally couldn't contain myself, and that's very much like me. I was gonna say that's very not like me, but it is. I very often can't control my laughter and very often can't speak because I'm laughing so hard. I don't know. Just a happy girl. After I ended up being able to spew the words out of my mouth of why I was laughing and then showing her the clip and watching it over and over and over again, she then understood, and I think that's what really sparked our delirium. We were like, not well. I don't know what happened, but we like a switch flipped and we were like a little cuckoo. Like we got our food and we started eating, and then shit was just hitting the fan. Like we were on one. I don't have any footage of this, like I said, but we were like a little crazy. And Veronica said this one thing, and I took a picture of the chair next to me and wrote what she said because I just thought it was so funny. She said, my right eye feels like it's in my left. That's the level of like, whoa, that we were on. It was like just unwellness all around. So that was our first day of our road trip. The second day, I don't honestly have that much footage from it, but this was after we were done getting ready for the day. We got in the car, and this was the view that you couldn't really see because it was dark out when we got to the Airbnb, but there's the palm trees again, like I said. This was a little selfie that I took of us driving. My hair was still drying, don't judge me, please. And then I took this wonderful little happy girl picture of myself in the rear view mirror. So we planned on going shopping because we have a music festival coming up in a couple weeks, and we needed outfits for it, or Veronica needed outfits for it, so we had to go shopping, and so we took this little cute selfie shopping. We were still just driving around. We ended up going to Scottsdale a little bit. Scottsdale is beautiful. Like, clearly, it's like obviously like a very well-known touristy spot, so obviously it's gonna be beautiful, but like, dang, like I didn't really fully understand until we were there. And then we went to her aunt's house, hung out there for a while, and it was cooking. It was like on the verge of 80 degrees. It was 79 degrees, and I ended up having to like makeshift a bun without using like a clip or like a hair tie or anything like that because I was like burning up, but like loved it because you guys know me in the sun, shaking hands emoji. I love it. And then we went out for dinner, and I got an espresso martini, and it was actually very good. It was chocolate on the top, and it was yummy, yummy, yummy. Then after that, we just went back to the Airbnb. We were going to have plans that night, but they ended up falling through. So honestly, we were still pretty whipped from the drive the day before, so it was honestly probably the best case scenario considering what we were doing the next day. The next day is Tuesday, January 30th. I don't know if I said the date for the previous day, but obviously it was Monday, January 29th. Anyway, enjoy these cute little videos of us driving. We were on our way to Yuma, which is about a 3-hour drive from Phoenix, to go visit Veronica's sister. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. We're just driving for a very long time. Again, beautiful views, of course. Of course. It's Arizona. Hello. And then we made it to Yuma, and we went straight to her sister's work, which is a tattoo shop. And we got tattoos. You guys know that I had tattoos before this, obviously. You've seen the one on my wrist. You guys probably have never seen actually my first tattoo that I got, which is a little small one on my side. But I got 4 more small ones. And I love them. You'll see them eventually. Then that night, we just stayed at her sister's house. But then we all went out that night, just to like a couple bars in Yuma. That's me and Veronica at one of the bars. They were playing very loud karaoke music at this one, so I couldn't hear anything. And then we went home. It was a very chill night. We ended the night with this very good burger place that I'm actually going to be craving because they have really good donuts too. Oh, I miss them actually so much. And then we went back to Veronica's sister's house and fell asleep. I fell asleep sitting up on the couch actually. While everybody was talking, I was like unwell. Very tired girl. And then the next day was Wednesday, January 31st, and our plan was to only stay in Yuma for one night. The next day we were headed back. We were actually going to drive fully back from Yuma all the way to Albuquerque, but that would have been like a 10-hour drive. We decided to stop in Phoenix for one more night just to split up the drive because girls would have been unwell in a car for 10 hours straight. That would have been very horrible, very horrible. So this was the next day in Yuma. Drove around. It's beautiful there. Love it. It's very close to, was it Tijuana, I think, and San Diego. So very beautiful, hot weather. And then I got to try In-N-Out for the first time ever. I was very excited to have In-N-Out. I have heard great things about it. And let me tell you, the hype is real, or the hype is justified, I guess. It was so freaking good, dude. Oh, I got a double animal style and fries animal style. And oh no, I'm craving it actually. So then, this was our last little views of Yuma. We were headed off. It actually took us a lot longer than we anticipated to leave Yuma. We ended up sleeping in until like 4 p.m. I don't know what happened, but we just kept dozing off. Couldn't stay awake. I woke up at like 7 and then woke up again at like 10 and then woke up again at like noon and then woke up at like 3 and then woke up at 4 and got up because I was like, okay, we gotta drive back to Phoenix, dude. This was the sunset, which I told you guys, the sunsets are immaculate in Arizona. This is us about to go back to Phoenix. And then we were like halfway to Phoenix, I believe. An hour and a half into our drive, and this happened.
We're fine. It's fine.
It's not. It's not fine. I'm not well and itchy. I want to throw up.
You're fine.
Oh, my face is itchy.
So, I'm not familiar with the speed amounts here. I'm more familiar with kilometers because obviously I'm Canadian. So, we were going 49 in a 35 and we got pulled over. In my opinion, that doesn't seem that bad, but to each their own. I don't know. Not to like make a joke about getting pulled over or speeding or anything like that, or like making any excuses. It's reckless driving regardless. But he let us off with a warning. Then we got to Phoenix, or we got to Surprise, which is one of those outskirts city towns around Phoenix. We stayed at a hotel. I think it was a Best Western. I don't know. And we ordered Papa John's. And then went to sleep because we got to the hotel at like 11:30. Exhausted. We needed to sleep. Then the next day, Thursday, February 1st. Is it pretty?
Yeah. Like, are you kidding?
This was the beautiful view of the mountain, I believe. Yep. Clearly, I'm looking a little down in the dumps. I was very sad to leave Arizona. I feel like I found my new home, and I quite literally told Veronica several times on several different occasions to leave me in Arizona. I didn't care if I'd be homeless. That's how much I fell in love with that state. But I'll be back in 3 days, actually, because I'm going there for my sister's bachelorette. So it's okay. Roll the montage, shall we? I made like a playlist of all the songs that we played on this road trip so that we could like reminisce on the vibes of being on that road trip, because it was just such a good trip. And obviously I can't play those songs in this video because I'll get copyright, but I'll like put the songs on the screen throughout the montage. I don't know, whatever works. Stopped again at a gas station. I bought a cookie and a donut because I was craving a donut ever since I had that donut that one night in Yuma. That donut was so good. I wish I could remember the name of that restaurant. So good. And then this was us entering Albuquerque.
I missed it. Hello, Miss Cynthia.
If I'm being honest, after I was done filming that clip, I was like, actually, I don't miss it. I wish I could go back to Arizona now. As we were entering Albuquerque, I was like, this ain't it. I want to go back. And then the last one is me at Veronica's apartment and waiting for my Uber to go back to my apartment. So that concludes our little, 5-day, it was basically a week road trip that was unplanned for the most part, aside from the tattoos and visiting her sister. I hope that you guys liked this style of video. I'll definitely do more like this because I think I'm gonna start getting more into vloggy style content because I don't have any more ideas, if we're being honest. If you guys do have any requests or ideas for videos I could do, let me know, because I will love you and I'll shout you out and give you the credit where credit is due if you do give me an idea for a video, because yeah, otherwise there's just gonna be like a lot of vlogs coming up. I think I'll be doing this little narration thing more often too, because I still have a hard time talking in front of a camera, especially in front of people. So oh my god, was that out of focus that whole time? You didn't tell me. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on all my socials, linked in the description down below. And I will see you next week for another new video. Okay, bye.